HTML video, HTML tutorial volume 3. In this lecture, like I told us before, that we'll be making use of Microsoft Word too. We don't have any writing board here. We'll be writing some of the things that would want to display or write in the board. We're making use of Microsoft Word as our text writer, and also I'll be showing us some certain things that we are doing in the HTML code, where it is in our Microsoft Word. I told us that Microsoft Word is a program that has been written, is a software that has been written just like what we are doing in our coding. This is a software, is an offline platform that has a resemblance of whatever we are doing in our coding platform. Meanwhile, in this topic, in this tutorial, we shall be looking at two different design, two different way of implementing our color, or two different way of implementing our web design. And the two way we shall look in this tutorial, we'll be looking at how to change, or how to, if you look at our platform, if you look at our browser, at where our design is, sorry, I need to remove this image so that it will not be showing. If you look at this design, you will see that our browser is empty. It has only the text. It has only the text document. There is no color on it. The browser doesn't have any background color, neither does it have any background image. So what we'll be looking at in this tutorial is how to include background color, and also how to include background image. How to include background color and background image. This thing is applied in any parts that you want to change your background image or background color. The only difference here is that in including our, when we start using CSS to design, it will be a different way of application, unlike when we are using inline inclusion of codes in our HTML. Now remember, whenever you close, or you close a platform where you have been designing from, or excuse me, whenever you close your notepad, because you have already gotten a document, you don't need to go back and start clicking on your stats to open the notepad again. Just go to where the document is saved, like our own is saved in a tutorial document. Just open it, you will see the document here. When you open it and see the document, you right click on the document. You want to open the notepad now. You want to open the doc, because if you click direct, it will open it in the browser will be open. The document will open in browser, but you want to open the notepad so that your designing platform will appear. You just right click on it, scroll to open with, then click on notepad. You see our platform where we've been designing has opened. Like I said, we'll be learning how to include a color in our platform, and also how to include a background image. This is our browser, and it's a platform where our design, whatever we implement in this notepad, is shown at this browser. If you look at this browser, like I said, there is no design on it. It's just a plain text, which is this text. This text you see here, that is what you see in this browser. There is no underline, no font, no color, nothing. Now we shall start looking at how to change things in this platform. To change the color, a background color, we will start by including the color in the body tag, because we want to change the color of the whole body of this platform, of our website, the whole body of our website. We're not trying to change a section of the browser or a section of our browsing, a section of our website. What we want to do is changing the whole body of this our platform, changing the whole color, or changing the background color of the whole body. So where we will include it is on our syntax, our syntax, or our code should be in the body tag, of our elements. See where I am including in the body tag. Remember, I told us that everything that displays here, everything you see here, is in this body tag. Every design you see in your website is included in the body tag. So for me to change the color of this, for me to change the body, the color of this body, I need to do everything in this first opening body tag. So to do this, we say bg color equals to double quotes look at this syntax very well. The syntax I'm using, look at it very well, because if you make a mistake while designing or while practicing your design, your application might not you will not see what you designed. You might not see your code take effect on your browser. So you have to look at this syntax very well, in case you will say what I did not work, or what you saw here did not work on my own. Try to look at the syntax. The syntax, it plays a very big role in our every programming language has its own way of presenting the syntax, but they are somehow related. Now I say background color is equals to either red, you can see red, then you save, go to your browser, refresh, you see we have red. You can change it to green. Control save, you see you change to green. You can also change it to blue. You can also change this to blue. Sorry, control save. It's changed to blue. Meanwhile, in most professional design or professional code presentation, we don't use this word to represent colors. We don't use blue, red, violet, names of the color to represent it. We represent the color code in binaries. You know, computer is made up of binaries, which are zeros and one. So for us to present this color code, we always like presenting it in the zeros and one. Remember, what you shall have in mind is that the color combination of coding, the color combination we use in coding is what we call RGB. RGB represents R is equals to red, G is equals to green, then B is equals to blue. So that is the color code, and from these three different color, we can derive any type of color we want our website or our web section, the background, the color of the background or the color of any section of our website to carry. From these three color, from these three name, red, green and blue, we can derive any type of color. And that is why we use binary, because if we cannot combine red GB or BGR, but we can combine, we can say that the color, the type of color in this our background, the red color is 0 and the green color is 0, and black color is 0 to give us black. Black is the default color of any default color of any color combination. Now we can increase the red color to be 1, or to be 4, to be 5, to be 6, to be 7, to be 8, to be 9, to be 10, to be 11, to be 12, to be 13, to 14, and to 15. We can increase the same color, and the more you increase any part of this color, the more that color type take effect in your design. So what I'm trying to say is this: in most of our design, or most of the code you see, what you see as color is angle bracket, look like this, angle bracket hash 000 close bracket, or another way around, we have angle bracket hash 00000 into 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and close angle bracket. This thing you see here is the same thing to this you see here, only that we have 3 different binaries here and 6 different binary. In this side we have you have 10 representing red, 10 representing green, and 10 representing black. So we have one default red, one default green, and one default blue, which means this color is black. In this part, these zeros are grouped into 2. So we have 20 representing red, and 20 representing green, and 20 representing blue. So in essence, we have red is 0 here, green is 0, blue is 0, which means we have a black color. Let's just give you, I'll copy this and paste it in use it and represent this blue. If I place it in this blue, remember the angle bracket should not be there when you are inputting it, because angle bracket is already represented in our body tag. So if we save this design and go to our browser, if we refresh, you see that it is already black because of what we have 000. Also, if we also make these things 6 zeros, that is 0 red, 0 green, and 0 blue, is also a black. We use 2 zeros to represent 2 zeros to represent the color. If you refresh, it is also black. Now when we want to increase each part of this color, if we want green, red, or blue to take effect, we will start increasing any side of the color. Remember, I told us that this first 0 is red, second 0 is green, and second 0 is red. Now for you to increase any part, maybe you want your design to be more green, or you want it to be more red, you want it to be more blue, you will go to the 0 that is representing the color you want to change. Remember what we said in this place, that the first 0 is representing red, the second 0 is representing green, while the third 0 is representing the same thing you have here, that 0 0 is also the same thing as 0. 0 0 is also the same thing as 0. You see how I put it now? 0 is equals to 0 0, and they are also equals to, sorry, it should be equals to, not greater than, or they can be greater than or equals to. They can be greater than or equals to, because this can be changed. They are greater than or equals to. They are greater than or equals to. They are greater than or equals to. So all these things you see here are the same thing. They are all equals to blue, green, and red. So if you want to change, like we said, if you want to change the color representation in our website or our background section of our website, what you do is to effect it at this point. We can increase the red color here by maybe adding 1, adding 2, adding 3, adding 4, adding 5, adding 6, adding 7, till we get to 10. If we get to 10, we now change to A. We now change to A or B or C or D or E to F. When you start adding all these things, you see that the color will start changing until you get to any type of color you see. You see, we had A. You see the kind of red. Now let's add F. F is the last color code we have in each of our color. You see, this is a perfect red. We can also reduce the quantity of the red color in this design. We can take it to 10. Sorry, we can take it to 9. There is no 10, is A. You can take it to 9. You see, if you change the quantity, or you change the quantity of the color here, you see the color red is fading. We can as well increase the color quantity, the green color quantity of this our design to 6. You save and go back and refresh. You see everything is getting along. You can also change this, the color quantity of our green to 8. You go and refresh. You see that the color is taking effect. Everything is changing. So we have, in this combination now, we have 9 red color 6 green color and 8 blue color. That is what we have here. If we want any color to be higher, if you want to increase any type of color in this our platform, only what we need to do is increase the number here. I told us we'll start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to make this platform to become red only, we'll reduce all the other colors and maybe use F, which is the higher number. We use this thing, we'll reduce this one to 0 and use F. Control save, and we've gotten our red color, which is what we have here and what we have at our first design when we just wrote red here or green. So we've gotten red because we increased the first 0 and allowed the other two color code to remain the same. Also, if you want to get green, we increase the second 0. That is the green color code. We increase it and leave others as they were. That is this. Also, if you want to increase the blue color code, we just increase the code itself and refresh. It is green. You can manipulate or toggle the color as you want. I would want this to be white. I want my platform to be white, so I will use FFF. I want my color to be, all of them to be higher color. Instead of using 00 to be black, FFF, which is the end. So whenever you are increasing the color code, you are trying to derive your color to go into white, for it to become an off color. So FFF now is the color white. Remember, you can also say FFFF. That is the 6 color code that we used before. I told us this 2 is 1 and this 2 is 1. So it is the same thing with what we just did. They will give you the same color sample. So that is that in a background color. Now remember that in using a background image, the background image automatically override the color code. Automatically, if you want to use a background image in any section of your website or the body of your website, it automatically override the background color that you used in that area. Excuse me. What I'm trying to say, I just comment out this color. I just comment it out. Then I'll try is present. Putting comma doesn't mean that the color is no more existing. The color is still existing in our design, but I want to show you how a background image will override this color that we just created. Now if you say we want to put a background image in an inline HTML code. Why I say inline is that these codes are being put inside the HTML code. There is no, I am not calling the CSS design. When we get to the CSS design, you will see the beauty of our website. But for now, we are showing you, because I told you that you need to know all this inline CSS, inline HTML code. We also have inline CSS code. Or in other way around, we have to use style in this inline. But for now, this is only HTML. We're only using HTML to implement the design. So for us to now input a background code, a background image in this our document, for a background code, a background color to background image to take effect in this our document, we say we say background is equals to double quotes. Now inside this double quotes, I say you should understand the syntax I am using here. Inside this double quotes, you have to declare or call the source of the image that you want to use as a background image. The source, when we talk about source, we are simply saying that the directory where the image is located has to be declared here. Without you declaring the image, your design or your document will not contain the image. Like for instance, if I just come here and say, if you look at this image, okay, if you look at our image that is saved in this image, I save this image, all this image. If I just say, look at this image, the image name here is food. If I just take food now and place it here, you will see that this thing will not take effect. It will not take effect to our browser because we have not declared the source of the image. You see, there is no image here. We have already written that image name. Image name in the, we have the image name here, but because the source was not carefully declared at this place, you cannot, your design will not, the image will not take effect in your design. And also what I want you to know is that in coding, for your image to take effect in your coding environment, for image or for any embedded code to take effect in any of your design, the document that contains that code or the document that contains that image should, or that video should always, it is always advisable you put the same document where, put the same image file where all your documents are. It is advisable you put everything in the same in the same folder. Like we have a folder tutorial, we have a folder that is called tutorial documents. Look at this folder here that houses our documents, our design documents. The image document or image folder should also be included, like this thing I did now. This contains the whole image that we want to use in our web design. So your own image should also be at the same place like my own. If you have any image in your system, what you do is just place it in a folder and take it to your documents. Take it to where your web addresses or web documents are. Now, for us to have this document here, image file here, it will be easy for us to locate and place this image to take effect in our browser. Now we remove this food. We want to locate any image here and let it and make the image appear in the background of our browser. So what we do is we go to that image directory where the image is saved. We right click on the image. We want to know the source. If you right click on the image, we go to the property, scroll to the property. When the property opens, we click on the detail, then scroll down to file name. You see file, this is seeing this document. Now for it to also see this document, we must tell our browser that this image we are looking for is saved in a document called image. It is saved in a document called image, and that image that is saved in a document called image is food.jpg. Understand? We say that this food.jpg, which is the image we are looking for, is saved in a document called image. Now for us to present that, the same thing we said here, at this our double quote, we say that the background image, the background of our document should now become, the background of our document should now become image // that is to say, this image is located at, this image we are going to write now, food.jpg image is located in a folder called image. Food.jpg image is located in a folder called image. When you save this thing, when you save this code now, this background image will now override this background color you see here. I hope you understand what I mean. This background image will now override this background color you see at this point. See what I am trying to say. At this point now, a background color is what we are seeing here, but when we refresh, the background image will take effect. Sorry, there is a mistake we have here. There is a mistake. Background image is equals to .jpg. We did not save. If you have a mistake, if you have a mistake in your design, your code will not, what is happening is not showing image food.jpg food.jpg. food.jpg of the file here, and that is the reason why you can also, if you control save, you see that the image appear. So that is that in image. If you look at this image is repeating. We talk about repeat and not repeat when we get into the CSS design. We will use it in that CSS. We will discuss more about color code and the color and the image background. You see that our image, the same thing. If you want to change this image, because we have already indicated the folder, what you need to do is just select this, go to the image you want to change, click on it. If you want to change it to f.5, you just know the source by right clicking, click property, detail, then you know you scroll to the image name, the file name of this image. The file name is called 5.png. It's no more GPG now. You will also come here, you also come to your code and change this to PNG.